Okay, so the top looks quite large. If we look at the left, white says, oh, I'm going to grow the left. No, we can't grow the left. How about the bottom? It's the last one. Bottom's not so bad, although the top looks better. Here we have a det on the right, and our bottom area is smaller. With the top, we didn't have a det, and it was bigger. Again, these are very simplistic patterns we're looking at, only to show that the type of thing that can happen. So is this making sense? You see what we're trying to get done here? Okay. So black to play, and black says the top is the biggest. Or stopping white developing the top is the biggest. So let's look at things that do that. These 6 pinches stop white from, entering right away. G also stops white from getting too carried away. And on the other side, we have the same ones. Now the pinches on top are the most straightforward. They actually play in the big area. If G stopped white from getting too carried away and had a great next move, but I don't see that it does. But if it did, we might prefer that. Yeah, let's look at what RJ just said, saying this might have a dual purpose in that we can now pinch and develop the right. Well, that's kind of far. We can actually go this far. Not much of a pinch. So it's not quite working out. We can try to get more accomplished, but it's just a det over there. So the pinches look nice. Okay, so we're going to do one of the pinches. We'll call them equitable, the upper right and the upper left. What about a back move on the key line? It's possible. We can say that this black stone is settled because it has miai, and we've played in the big area, and that works. There's no problem with that. But notice if we move it over one space, then all of a sudden white is under pressure. This is an actual pinch. White doesn't have room to make a comfortable group. And black's still safe. So this is a two-purpose move, while this is a one-purpose move. They're both pretty playable, though. Now, obviously, we're talking about amateur play. When you get up high up there in the pros, I mean, the subtleties are just beyond belief. Oh, you can't play there because 40 moves later, that's in the wrong spot. Well, go talk to someone else. I can't do that one. So, right. LGD pointing out that this one has more sente value and the K line has gote value. Okay, so which pinch is the next question? Well, since they're all equitable, let's just look at one side. I don't feel that this is a strong white area. Now let's define this a little bit. Let's say that it looked this way. Well, I don't want to pinch tight because as he pinches me, he's using the wall. See what I'm saying? So in cases like this, we pinch loose. And that would be A or B. B is far away from everybody, hard to hurt the B stone, but no effect, very little effect on white. A, more effect on white, and fourth line, making it hard to attack. So these are the regular ones, and just style. Most strong players like A because they like to try to be aggressive, but B's totally valid. Okay. But this is not the position. White doesn't have a situation to do that. So there's no reason that we can't pinch tight. although there's no particular reason to pinch tight because we don't have a situation, there's no use in taking charge. So I'd probably go with just a regular old in-between pinch. I'm not expecting a lot here. Just make sure he doesn't get out of hand. Okay. We just went through a long process. Can you imagine going through that process on your own in a real game? This is actually a reasonable goal. I mean, once the corners are done, in the sense that they're no longer empty, or I mean they're finished, let's just hey, I'm back. It kicked me off. Okay. So back to my train of thought. On this board, there's an unfinished corner, right? So for this exercise, we always finish the corners and then get on with the exercise. But in a real game, when there's one unfinished corner left, that's when we start checking for special joseki. I would say there's a particular special joseki 70 to 80% of the time, 80-85% of the time. When there's not, just finish the whatever there's, just finish the unfinished corner, no problem. But this is the time to check. So in a real game, we'd notice, white would notice, I might want to do this right away. This looks kind of interesting. What's black going to do? Is he going to finish his corner? Really? Are you going to finish your corner? That's a little strange. Maybe I'll just take the time and start all my stuff here. So you can see why we think about that.